Within every industry, as in the rent-to-own industry, there are innovators, people who possess an unusual amount of courage, character, and vision. It is the mission of my partner Jeff and I to identify these individuals, defined by their ability to turn new ideas into reality.
Vincent, these people rolled up their sleeves to get things done, unafraid to defy the status quo in the process. These revolutionaries were on a constant journey into uncharted territory, searching for a more, better, and different way of doing business.
We call these people persons of interest. Jeff, according to my records, our first person of interest is Ernie Talley, who created his own Blue Ocean strategy by opening the first ever rent-to-own store in 1965 with his first store manager, Chuck Sims. Shortly after, Chuck Sims ventured out on his own, opening 3 action TV rental stores starting in 1967. Ernie continued to open up his Mr. T's RTO stores to a total of 14 stores by 1974.
Barry Gambini had his own Blue Ocean strategy epiphany in opening the first appliance RTO in California.
Looking at my research, Chuck Sims redefined previous Red Ocean marketing strategies within the industry. By relocating his stores to perimeter shopping centers, he expanded his customer base and introduced RTO to suburbanites. A year later, he renamed his company Remco and began advertising on TV.
Vincent, our next person of interest is Tom Devlin, who founded Sight and Sound TV Rental. He opened his first store in Wichita, Kansas, and within 5 years had 10 stores up and running.
Checking my database, it says that the following year, Chuck Sims also acquired 14 Mr. T stores from Ernie Talley. He then introduced store-in-a-box concept in 1976, which resulted in the first ever designer store providing better product displays while adding extra value to pre-rented merchandise.
Tom Devlin later changed the name of Sight and Sound to Rent-A-Center in 1981 and within 2 years had completed the first industry IPO with an evaluation of greater than $40 million.
Our next persons of interest are Wayland Russell, Jason Alford, Larry Hendricks, and Mike Viveros, who initially launched Rainbow Rentals using the tagline, More, Better, Different. They opened 6 additional stores, doubling their store count by the next year, and were featured twice in Forbes magazine's 200 Best Small Companies in America.
In 1987, Russell collaborated with England Furniture and reinvented factory direct distribution to make it available to the RTO industry.
And in the same year, Tom Devlin completed his strategic sale to Thorn EMI, raising $594 million.
The following year, Charlie Loudermilk, along with Ken Butler, morphed errands from an office rental retail store to the rent-to-own industry, building it to the second largest RTO enterprise and bringing innovations such as the big box, 12 to own, and self-manufacturing.
Bud Holliday and Chuck Sims created APRO, whereby Holliday served as APRO's first president. Bill Keys became APRO Executive Director in 1989 and is a major reason that it has become the premier trade association that it is today.
In 1989, Ernie Talley re-entered the industry, partnering with Mark Speece and Mitch Fidel under the name Renter's Choice, and became the preeminent consolidators. And then in 1998, they pulled off the major coup, acquiring Rent-A-Center, which at the time was the largest chain in the industry from Thorn EMI.
Speece and Fidel continued to consolidate the industry and expanded their stores to currently more than 2,300 plus stores.
Now that's innovation.
It sure is. And in 1991, Wayland Russell's Rainbow Rentals was the first to provide rental computers by redesigning computers with the manufacturers, securing strategic alliances with software providers, providing customers with in-home training, and creating an entirely new product line for the industry.
As I look at my research, I see within the same year, 27-year-old Larry Carrico used creative business techniques, leveraging 2 stores and eventually building Rent One to a 70-store enterprise. He later developed web-based training programs and creative marketing techniques for the industry.
Finally, Jeff, Rent-A-Center CEO and President Mark Speece and Mitch Fidel introduced out-of-the-box innovation in the form of rent-to-own kiosks called Rack Advantage, currently operating in more than 200 locations within retail furniture stores. And in 2013, the next person of interest is you. What new ideas will you bring forth to create a more, better, and different way of doing business?